Greetings to all. In this particular class, we are going to understand function returning some value back to the main function. In earlier class, we understood how we can call a function if the return type is void. Let us see the main function here. Here we declared num as one variable and result as another variable. We are going to see for the same problem statement that is explained in previous video, that is to see whether a particular number is prime or not. We are reading that particular number in line number 38 and sending that number as an input to the function is prime. But the difference that you can observe is we are storing whatever value that is returned by is prime into another variable known as result. In earlier program, the function was not returning any value. So we called directly saying that is prime within brackets. We did not use any other variable known as result. But here in this particular program, this is prime is returning some value back to the main function. So when some value is returned back to the main function, we have to store that into some other variable. And we are comparing that result whether it is equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, the given number can be declared as a prime number. If not, it can be declared as a prime, not a prime number. So this is all with respect to main function. Now let us see how the body of is prime is written. If you observe line number 3, we are mentioning int. Why? Because it is returning value 0 whenever it is not a prime number. It is returning value 1 whenever it is a prime number. So here we declared the return type as int. Is prime is the name of the function and int n indicates the formal parameter. Whatever input that we are sending is received in this particular variable known as n. We are now checking whether n value is 2. If it is 2, we all know that it is a prime number. So we are returning value 1. Then if it is not 2, it comes into this particular condition. In this condition, we are verifying whether the number is divisible by 2. Whether it is even or not, we are checking. If it is even number, we can happily say that it is not a prime number. So we are returning value 0. If a particular number is not 2 and it is also not divisible by 2, in such case, it comes into this part. So only if the input that you give is odd number, then only we are going to execute this particular block of code. Here I is starting from 3 and I is ending up to n by 2, and each time we are incrementing by value 2. Why? Because we need not verify for all even numbers. On I should range only from 3 to n by 2, and each time it should be incremented by 2. That means 3, 5, 7, 9, so on up to n by 2 we need to verify. If a particular value n is divisible by any of these I values, then we are setting the flag to 1, indicating that it is divisible by some number, and it also indicates that it is not a prime number. Because if a particular I value is dividing the given n value, then we need not continue till end of the loop. We can break in between itself. So we are using the statement break. Now, once it completes this for loop, here it is checking whether the flag is 0. If the flag is 0, what does it mean? It means that like the given number n is not divisible by any of the I values ranging from 3 to n by 2. So in such case, we can say that it is a prime number. To indicate that it is a prime number, we are returning the value 1. If it is not a prime number, that means if the flag is set to 1, in that case we can return 0, indicating that it is not a prime number. So now here, if you see, let us try to run this program. Let me give the value as 2. If we give 2, then here this particular line gets satisfied. If n is equal to 2, return 1. 1 is going to be returned. So in result, we are going to store the value 1. It compares, result value gets compared with 1, and output is going to be displayed as given number is a prime. Let us see the output. The given number is a prime. Now let us run for any kind of even number, 46. Again, the output is the given number is not a prime. Why? In here, 46 is sent as input to this function, and it is checked whether n is equal to 2. It is not 2. Now it comes and gets verified in this particular condition. Is the number that is received divisible by 2? Yes, it is divisible by 2. So 0 is returned back to the main function. Here in result, 0 is going to be stored. So now this else part is going to be executed, and the output is given as given number is not a prime. Now let us see for odd number 31. 31 is odd and it is a prime number. How the operation happens, let us see. 31 is sent as input to is prime, and here it is not equal to 2. It skips this condition and it is not divisible by 2. Then here also it won't enter into this particular block of code. Now here in else part, we are having a for loop. So for every value running from 3 to 15, all the values are cross verified with whether the given number n is divisible by any of the values ranging from 3 to 15 is cross checked. 31 is not divisible by 3. It is not divisible by 5, not divisible by 7. Same case with 9. Even 11 also it is not divisible. Even with 13 or 15, 31 is not divisible. So flag can never be set to 1. Here flag remains 0. Now it returns a value 1. Because it is returning a value 1, the output is displayed as the given number is a prime number. Let us try to run this program. Let us try to see what is the output of this. So it is a prime number. Now let us see for a particular number which is odd number, but still it is not a prime. Now if we send 45 as the input, here same thing happens. N is not equal to 2. N is not divisible by 2. Then it enters into this block of code. Now n is divided with 3. When n is divided with 3, the remainder is 0. So flag is set to 1. Now, because it is already divisible by particular number, it need not rotate through entire loop. So we used break statement. It comes out of the for loop immediately. And here we are checking what is the value of flag. The value of flag is 1. So we are going to return 0. Now in the main function, the result is going to be 0. And here, because it is 0, it comes into else part, and the given number is not a prime number. This message is going to be displayed. Let us see what is the output. The given number is not a prime number. So likewise, here in this program, we demonstrated how a function looks like if the return type is integer. In earlier video, we saw how a program looks like if the return type of the function is void. Now, in the coming up class, we are going to discuss how code reusability works. one of the main uses of functions is code reusability. We are going to have a demonstration on code reusability in coming up class. Thank you very much for your patience listening.